Hello everyone and welcome back to our Beta Shop studio here at our Palo Alto location. My name is Diana and as your host today, I am very excited to tell you all about the history of innovation with Willow. Now, Willow is a very, very special type of toothbrush that has just changed the game in the way that children brush their teeth today. But let's take a look a little bit at the history of the toothbrush and how really everything just came to be. So I have a couple of cool facts to share with you of the history of ancient toothbrushes back in the day. Like imagine how that came to be all the way to now having this incredible device before me. It has changed so much, so let me tell you a little bit about it. First of all, the invention of the toothbrush started back in time when people were doing excavations and they realized what they found were things like tree twigs, bird feathers, even animal bones and porcupine quills. And those were used to really pick teeth and to get meat out of the teeth and stuff like that, and to really dislodge some debris. I mean, imagine using everything from like animal bones and bird feathers. Those types of instruments have really been used across time in many different ways, but this was basically the first evidence of finding a way to clean your teeth back in the day. Then came the chew stick. Now, when I think of chew stick, I think of the chew sticks that are for dogs so that it can clean their teeth as well, because everyone needs some type of dental maintenance, right? So the predecessor of the toothbrush is the chew stick. Now, chew sticks were twigs with frayed ends at the end, used to brush the teeth while also dislodging that debris, and the other end was used as a toothpick. Now, that is so cool. I love the fact that these types of informations are out there for us to really learn about more of the history of the toothbrush. Now, the earliest chew sticks were discovered in southern Mesopotamia. So can you imagine the type of people that use chew sticks? I mean, they're really smart for coming up with ways to really create that habit of brushing their teeth. Then came the finger toothbrush. Now, this is really, really fun. I've seen this in a couple of different cases, but the finger toothbrush is basically this type of silicone little cap that you put on your index finger. So this one was called the index. Put it right there, and it created little bristles at the end, and you basically used it to just brush your teeth. And it was a better, more comfortable fit than, can you imagine using animal bones or twigs or any wooden instruments or even porcupine quills, right? So this was way more comfortable than all of those devices, all of those tools at the beginning. So this was in New York in the US, and this was between 1901 1919, and it was made entirely out of rubber, and it can just be shaped and put on your finger right there on the index, and you just put it in your mouth, scrub, 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 spit out, put some more water in, and that was a great way to really brush your teeth. Also, the use of different types of materials were used for these types of index rubber toothbrushes. It is so convenient because it was also in a tiny little travel case. You didn't have to store it really anywhere. It's just so tiny, compact, perfect for traveling, for people who were always on the go. And it's a little tin aluminum case, and you just put your little index rubber finger right there as your toothbrush, and you just take it with you. I think that is actually such a great idea, and I would definitely use that these days. When I was previously in a few other stores walking down the dental aisle, I would notice these little finger brushes, and those are used today still for children, for babies, for toddlers that are still learning to brush their teeth. And so I think that is such a nice way to really brush, because you really have that dexterity that you're trying to practice and trying to set those habits within a child. So to be able to brush their teeth that way, I think that's just so creative. And the fact that that tool is still used today for children of a certain age, then that's so perfect, because it not only is it fun, but it's small, and you can just take it with you wherever they are and just really implement those great dental habits from an early start. Then came the musical toothbrush. Now imagine that musical toothbrush was used to really make things fun for children, right? And it's just such an amazing invention, I think, because the musical toothbrush, you would press the button and then it would sing out a tune, a song, and that tune or song would be the perfect amount of time for letting you know when you needed to brush your teeth, when you needed to finish brushing your teeth, and when it's time to switch to the bottom row. So it's so fantastic that they really thought of things like that. From the very early beginnings of the innovations of toothbrushes, these things were thought of, and these are things that are still implemented to today. I think it's so fantastic. So everything from having, you know, animal bones to bird feathers, porcupine quills, to having a rubberized fingertip, and even musical toothbrushes. It has all led to what you see before you today with the Willow toothbrush. All of that has really added to the rich history of dental hygiene. One of my really fun facts that I like to share with people is the fact that around the 1800s is when they started using boar bristles. Now, boar bristles are really, really rough and tough. They're not soft at all. But that was one of the first ways that people were using bristles to really have to cleanse every single tooth. And I think that was such an important thing to know about the history of toothbrushes. And something that's fun to know about it is that the United States, brushing your teeth did not become a routine until after World War II, where it was important and necessary for American soldiers to actually have that dental hygiene routine. So that's a really fun fact if you're into history like that. But, you know, the boar bristles didn't last too long because with boar bristles, it unfortunately locks in that bacteria. So that wasn't really the best type of bristle to be used for brushing your teeth. And that's something that has really transformed from the beginning of time all the way to what it is now. So I have a very exciting video to show you, and this is going to show you the history of the Willow toothbrush and everything that it has transformed from the beginning till now into their amazing products. Please take a look.
For my entire career, I've been looking in patients' mouths, adults, children, and seeing that for most people, they just can't get that clean mouth that we'd like to see when they come in for their checkups. We need something that's better, that's different, that gives them the ability to get their teeth clean every single day.
That's why we've built Willow, the first robot that's designed specifically for at-home oral care.
The biggest struggle with a manual or an electric toothbrush is the way we're using it, how we position it, how we move it.
Most patients get some of the plaque off, but almost everyone misses some areas. The teeth just aren't clean, and the gums aren't healthy.
Willow is for everyone, and we mean it. Our mouthpiece has silicone on one side, which is the base of the mouthpiece, and nylon bristles, just like your toothbrush.
We're using pulsations to animate the mouthpiece and animate the bristles and bring mechanical action to the bristles. Using Willow is very simple. Just put the mouthpiece in your mouth, press the button, flip it to bottom arch, rinse the mouthpiece, and it's done. When you change the mouthpieces, Willow senses which user it is and adapts its behavior based on your preference and based on your history.
Every 3 months, we ship mouthpieces that are unique to every member of the household, as well as rinse that's circulating inside the mouthpiece during the brushing cycle.
Everybody wants good oral hygiene, but they can't always achieve it. Willow allows us to take the error that humans all have of positioning and putting the bristles in a certain way, eliminates that, and when you go in for your checkup, it's going to be obvious to everyone that your oral health has improved.
It's been years to get Willow just right. Now we would like to invite you to experience it with us.
We believe change is long overdue, and it's finally time to enter the future of oral health with Willow.
Wow, that was so incredible. I love the way that you really get to see the transformation of a product through the ages up until today, and having the Willow right before me is just so incredible because you really get to see the way that history has really played a part in the things and the objects that we have and use today on a daily basis. Now, Willow was founded by a dentist who saw his patients with different types of gum diseases every single day, and he knew this was preventable with better brushing habits. And, you know, that's such an amazing thing to really have an innovative idea from seeing your patients and just trying to figure out what could be better. How can we make this work? Well, he wanted to make oral care easier for his patients. So through 10 years, Willow has been developed and created and even just upgraded in any way possible. From engineers to dentists to dental hygienists, everyone has had a little bit of say into making Willow what it is today. And just the fact that Willow is proven to be effective at removing plaque has made it that much easier for its customers and for its users alike. So Willow is an automated robotic toothbrush that brushes your teeth. It's right here, and it's just so easy with a push of a button. So let's get an overhead shot just so I can show you what it looks like from the top right over here. So if you can see, there's so many different components to the Willow. It's really incredible with the way that it looks and just the way that it stands. Right here is where you can put the water. It has the water reservoir, and right over here it has that concentrate so it can mix and dilute with the water. It goes through all this tubing right here, through this wand right over here, and as you can see, it's just plugged in, it is connected, and it's so fantastic because there's so much to see with this incredible tool right here. I mean, the Willow is really such an innovative product. It is made out of silicone, this mouthpiece that you see right there, and it is lined with these nylon bristles. You see all through that. I'm going to open it up just so you can see it. These nylon bristles are just like any ordinary toothbrush. I mean, they really scrub away the plaque. And the amazing thing is that when you are brushing your teeth with your Willow, the mouthpiece contracts and relaxes around your teeth. So it's actively just having that stimulation that you need for your gums and for good gum health as well. And the amazing thing is that these bristles really rub along your teeth and against them, and it just keeps that plaque away from your gum line. It's just so smart. I love it. I love it so, so much. And this is the button that you just press in order to really activate your Willow wand. You can also take this apart, and do you see this little colorful ring over here? Well, this is a smart ring. So the Willow is able to be used by multiple children within a family, and the great thing is everyone can choose a ring for themselves. And so a parent is able to really keep track of a child's brushing progress or their dental hygiene through this smart ring right over here. So whenever they place their own mouthpiece with this ring, the parent is able to distinguish who is using what and at what time, and also their length of time while brushing. That way they know that they were able to maintain that type of habit. So it's just such an amazing wand. Over here there's like a magnetic backing. That way it just sticks to the side of the Willow right there. I mean, it's amazing. It's so lovely the way it looks. Also, this liquid rinse right over here, it serves as kind of like a toothpaste, but amazing, it's in liquid form. And it's just injected through the mouthpiece and then pumped out directly into your sink to wash away everything that has been into your mouth. So there's no need to spit it out at all. The fact that the water and the liquid rinse is all mixed together and it's used while you are brushing with the Willow, just with the press of a button, and it's just brushing your teeth. It's really circulating all of that, and it just, you know, takes it out through a little pipe and into your sink. I mean, it's just so amazing. The fact that it has that tube, it just makes things so much easier, and it's very clean, it's very easy, and it's simple and fun. So I really love that. I want to show you more on how to use the Willow. So here is a video to show you on the demo for the Willow. Take a look.
This is Willow. Willow is incredibly easy to set up. Just plug it in, fill this pod with water, and pop in a rinse pod. Put your mouthpiece together like this, and you're ready to go. Willow's patented design uses air pressure to move the flexible mouthpiece around your teeth. With each contraction, the bristles scrub every tooth completely, removing plaque and stimulating the gums. After about a minute, Willow will buzz to let your child know it's time to turn the mouthpiece over. Willow keeps track of brushing history and adapts where necessary. If someone skipped a brush, it will add time to make up for it. And with the app, you'll always know exactly what's going on. Once Willow has rinsed, it takes away everything, so no more spitting. Unless you just love spitting, of course. Just plug, press, and brush for much cleaner teeth with much less effort. Willow.
Don't you just love that? I mean, you really are able to see the way that Willow's able to operate and the way that it's just so easy to brush your teeth and really institute those dental habits, the dental hygiene that is needed for all children at all periods of life. So now, a couple of things to note. Willow is definitely for kids. It's always fun to use it, but it's designed specifically for kids. And I just love that because kids sometimes tend to struggle with the dexterity of brushing your teeth in a certain way, and especially the way that adults brush their teeth nowadays, right? But not only that, brushing your teeth sometimes is seen as a chore. And that's why there's a lot of children who just don't like to brush their teeth, but it's so important. So how do we make that fun? Well, you can make that fun with the Willow because for the first time ever, you have this incredible robotic, automated, very high-tech way of brushing your teeth, and children just love that so much. All they have to do is just press a button. And when you just press the button, you put it in your mouth, it goes. It's just so easy. It's off just like that. It's able to really brush your teeth. The bristles are moving. They're rubbing against your teeth. They are really encouraging that good gum health that is very needed and essential for great dental hygiene as well. Not only that, that water in there that you see right here with this little reservoir and that liquid rinse concentrate, they're really mixing together, swishing around the mouth, and that's so fantastic because it's really able to really circulate around every single tooth within every single part of your mouth. So it's so amazing the way that it just does that automatically. And it sets the perfect amount of time for you to have for your top teeth, and then you just switch it to the bottom. So it's fantastic the way that it is already designed in such a smart way like that. I wish I had this as a child because I know I would have really benefited from just pressing a button and having my little robot right here just brush its teeth for me. It's just so lovely, and it really adds to that way of, you know, creating those healthy habits that they're going to use throughout their lives, even into adulthood. So I think that's so fantastic. So a couple of things to note, and this was taken from their website, is the fact that it's really, you know, amazing to really have those oral hygiene habits, especially into their teenage years when they're still developing. And a couple of things to note is that you don't have to worry about their wrist movements, right? Because you just press the button and you just hold it still right there. You want to create a very nice seal to the mouth. That way, when you close around your mouthpiece, or your child does, you're able to create that seal. That way, none of the liquid rinse or the water is able to get out. And it has that suction. That way, it's able to really brush your teeth in a great, safe, and simple, fun manner. Now, there's a couple of testimonials I want you to take a look at. The first we're going to see, and it's amazing because it's going to tell you exactly what they think about the Willow. Take a look.
People brush the parts of their teeth that they can see, and they don't focus on the other parts. The Willow takes a lot of the guesswork out of keeping your teeth clean and your gums healthy. You know that the 2 minutes that you put in will translate to the results that we as dentists like to see.
That's incredible. Willow really takes that guesswork out of brushing your child's teeth. I mean, it's amazing, and they even feature a parent app. With this app, you're able to just download it on your mobile device, and you're able to really keep track in any way of your child or children and their dental habits. With those smart rings that I was telling you about right over here, let's take a look one more time with an overhead shot. With the smart ring, you're really able to see, you know, your dental progress of your child with that as well. So it's lovely because you can just switch these out depending on the child, and they're able to show you through the app all of the different things that your child is doing brushing their teeth. Now, a couple of things while we review this is that they recommend changing this mouthpiece at least every 3 months, just like any usual toothbrush, really. You can replace it sooner than 3 months if you wish, depending on use, by ordering it from their website. Now, the rinse pods right over here with an overhead shot, these rinse pods can also be ordered directly off of the site and they can be ordered as needed. But back to the mouthpiece, I want to tell you a couple of things. Now, as you can see, as I'm squishing it, it is made out of a very, very flexible silicone right there. This silicone is really able to shape around your child's mouth and create that suction that you need to be able to use the Willow. And these little nylon bristles right over here, as I said before, they are made from the same type of bristles that toothbrushes are already made from. This flexible mouthpiece really allows to adapt to the different dental anatomy seen in different children, especially as baby teeth start to fall out and new adult teeth come in. Now, for the sizes of the mouthpiece, there's 5 different size mouthpiece. That way you can find the perfect size mouthpiece for your child, since everyone's mouths are a little bit different. And a properly fitted mouthpiece will cover all of the teeth, so if it's used for the top or if it's used for the bottom, and it should not feel uncomfortable along the gum line. Make sure that the lips are properly fitted around the mouthpiece to properly have that seal around that handle. It's so smart the way this design has been made for the Willow. I love that, and they really thought of everything. I mean, what an incredible product. Can you imagine from the beginning of time and all the things that were used as toothbrushes till now? There has been so much implemented throughout history. And if you really want to check it out, I encourage anyone to come into our beta shop in different locations and to really see what the Willow feels like, what it looks like, and how it can be used into your own home as well, especially for the children in your home that would love a very fun and cool way to brush their teeth. Now, a couple of things is that if you come into our beta shop locations, you're able to not only see the Willow product, but so many amazing products along with the Willow. And the Willow is a great size. Actually, it fits really comfortably on the countertop. Actually, we have a beta shop camera. Let's take a look at the store so that you are able to see what it looks like. You're able to come in at any time to just really check out the cool products and to see how Willow could fit into your home, on your, countertop, in your restroom, and to really see how your child would love this incredible product. Now back to me. So the Willow is really engineered and designed in such an incredible way. There are so many things that come along with your Willow. First of all, look at this cool packaging. It's just so sleek. I love the way it looks. It's so beautiful and aesthetic. And I also love the fact that they include so many different types of mouthpieces. Now, if I take a look at one right over here, this mouthpiece, I mean, look at this packaging. It's so beautiful. And the fact that it comes with different sizes, you're able to really pick one that fits your child's mouth perfectly. And that's essential, because sometimes if you pick a toothbrush, maybe it might be too big, might be too small, and you really want something that is going to fit perfectly within the mouth, because they're going to be using it over and over several times a day. So I love that it really comes in this nice type of pouch, and it's so lovely because it's very, very hygienic as well. And just remember that it's just so easy to just slip on. You have to slip on with the ring and onto the handle of the Willow wand as well. So it's lovely. And just remember, you have to switch these out about every 3 months, depending on how much your child uses it as well. And it's just so easy to really order them from the Willow website too. I love this. Can you imagine if this was around when I was a child? Oh my gosh, I would have just gone crazy over it. It's so fantastic. And the fact that it comes with smart rings, it comes with 5 different smart rings actually, and they're all different colors. They provide a really great identifier for your children. Now, there is actually a testimonial from a child so that you are able to see what their experience is like. Let's take a look.
My mom said, "Go brush your teeth," and I was like, okay. Instead of actually using the toothbrush, I would just put water in my mouth and spit it out. Sometimes I would secretly get my iPad. I would play something that sounded like I was brushing my teeth. I'm like, okay, I'm done. My mom doesn't have to remind me to use the Willow. All I have to do is press the button, and then it just brushes my teeth. I mean, it's the future.
Wow, that is so incredible. I love the way that this video really shows off from a child experience what it's like to use the Willow. It's so smart. And I love the fact that the mouthpiece, it really just molds the mouth in such a way because you're able to choose the right size for the child's mouth, right? But not only that, it's like massaging the teeth and the gum line as well. And that is so needed. I mean, it's incredible because when I'm brushing my teeth, sometimes it's just, I have to remember to really have that good gum health as well. Now, something that Willow also recommends along with using the Willow toothbrush is to really keep up other dental habits as well while you are using it. So it's important to floss and to really be able to be mindful about that as well. But it's just so special because it does all of it for you already in the way that it brushes your child's teeth. It's important to really create those habits from an early age. That way, by the time they're adults, they have this excellent memory of brushing their teeth with the Willow, and they're able to really institute those dental habits into their everyday lives. So I think this is such an incredible product because you're really able to have a very fun way to really remember what it's like to brush your teeth as a child. And as a parent, you're able to kind of have a little bit of peace of mind, knowing that with the app, you're able to really have that progress track with your child's dental habits. And if you have multiple children, well, that's amazing too, because you only need one Willow machine for all your children. So if you have 3 children, let's say, you can use the same Willow machine, you can use the same wand. The only thing you need to switch out is the mouthpiece because everyone has different size mouths. So everyone could have their own mouthpiece that is maybe a different size depending on the shape and size of their mouth. And the other thing they have to switch out is the little smart ring featured on the wand right there. And the fun thing is that those smart rings really have different colors, so you're able to really tell apart whose is whose. And it's so smart the way that it's designed. It's really the modern toothbrush, you know, used today, and it's so fantastic to be able to have this tool, this device for your child readily available. I love that. They really thought of everything. And if you check it out on our beta website, you're able to see even more videos, more content on the way that the Willow is being used. And I encourage anyone to come into our beta shop locations to really see for yourself what it would be like to own the Willow in your own home. And that way you provide your children with such a fun and cool experience, and it's unlike anything your children have ever used, and it makes just that dental hygiene, that habit, so fun, so simple, just with the press of a button, and already your teeth are being brushed. So it's just so easy to use. And as a parent, you just figure out the fact that you don't have to guess anymore. It'll just do it for your child, and the timing is already integrated within the Willow at the press of the button. It's fantastic. I love this product so much. I really encourage anyone to just come and take a look and to really see for yourself how the Willow can have a place in your home with you and your children. My name is Diana, and we'll see you next time in beta. Bye, everybody.